Nigeria's rice revolution gets global boost as Thailand sets to invest into the initiative. Nigerians commend federal government development strides with the expansion and dualization of Abuja-Kefi-Akwanga Road. Plus, happenings in the political scene. These and more on Panorama today. I'm Ian Ray John. Welcome. Thailand confirms that its rice exports to Nigeria has dropped drastically in the last 3 years. To this end, Thailand business groups are set to key into Nigeria's rice revolution through investment into the initiative. This is coming as Nigeria is to commence export of parboiled rice to West Africa. Musa Babaliu has the details.
Nigeria has cut the volume of its rice shipments from Thailand to 20,000 metric tons from more than 600,000 metric tons annually, just as the government is set to announce a total ban of rice importation with the aim of commencing export of the produce to neighboring West African countries.
We'd like to use the local expertise.
This business group is from Thailand, holding a meeting with Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria with a view to keying into the Nigeria's Rice Revolution project.
We stop importation of rice into the country, and our intention is in the next 6-7 months we will start exporting this rice to our neighboring African countries.
Very good.
And that is why we are happy to receive you, because you are expert in this direction.
So they have 60-70 years of understanding of developed, how to do the rice mill, their drawbacks, their process and all those things. So we need to learn from them in a joint collaborations and understand, and then implement that in a Nigerian context, in Nigerian style.
A memorandum of understanding is set to be signed on production and processing of rice for local and international markets.
Nigeria is 200 million people. We can feed ourselves, feed other countries, and with the leadership of Mr. President, I'm sure within the next 4 years, or even the next 2 years of his second tenure, every Nigerian will be proud to be a Nigerian.
Nigeria is today housing more than 12 million rice farmers, producing more than 90% of the produce the country needs for consumption. In Abuja, Musa Babaliu, NTA News.
The much-awaited expansion and dualization of Abuja-Kefi-Akwanga Road has been flagged off with high expectations of stimulating economic growth and ensuring smooth connection within and beyond the axis. The multi-million naira contract, which extends to Lafia, is expected to be completed in 3 years. Joshua Ojito reports.
The road from Abuja to Makurdi covers a distance of 222 kilometers.
This road connects the southern part of Nigeria with the north through the north central zone. In fact, it also connects some countries through the northeastern part of Nigeria.
Commuters often describe it as a death trap due to increasing rate of accidents and gridlock on the road because of difficult terrain and bad portions. In 2015, 250 lives were lost according to the records. This is expected to change for good with the award of $542 million contract to expand and dualize the road. The project also promises relief to the persistent gridlock along Nyanya-Masaka Road. The single carriageway from Kefi-Akwanga-Lafia to Makurdi Road will be dualized to reduce travel time and boost agricultural activities of the corridor.
There is already a phase 2 that we have started that leads this road all the way to Gombe through Jos and Bauchi.
Thank Mr. President for his vision, for his concern for the Talakawas.
The people of Nasarawa and Benue State are optimistic about the gains of the project.
The government and people of Nasarawa State will cooperate with the Ministry of Works and also the contractors in seeing that this project is executed without any hitches.
So it's going to be a very, very useful
facility. About 16 states come in and out of Abuja through this route. And I think it's a very, very great development at this time that the federal government would flag.
Now talking security, the Nigeria Air Force seeks to establish strategic partnership with the Ministry of Science and Technology on research and development capacity building to further enhance its duty of maintaining security. Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar made this known when he paid a visit to the Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Bunaya Onu. Justin Bem Uni reports.
The Nigerian Air Force believes Nigeria has capacity within which can be explored effectively in the area of research and development to achieve the set goals of security for the country. And the team led by the Air Marshal was at the Science and Technology Ministry to identify areas of competence as it wants to build its capacity through the different relevant departments and agencies under the ministry.
As we move forward to mobilize every capacity we have in this country to support our efforts as a service in terms of aircraft maintenance, in terms of communication, in terms of all other things that we require to be effective as an Air Force, so that we can be more effective in the discharge of our responsibilities and in dealing with the security challenges that we are facing.
Minister of Science and Technology is willing to collaborate as he assured unalloyed support to ensure the Nigerian military starts looking inwards to be self-reliant for capacity.
Because what we are looking at now is how do we focus our research to meet national needs. And no need can be greater than security. So whatever the Air Force wants, as far as we are concerned, is of great importance. And all we do is just to redirect our efforts, to make sure that we meet, those needs.
The minister proposed a committee to be set up to draw out focus areas of collaboration, which will require certain agencies to handle the areas of need. Justin Bemunyi, NTA News.
And now talking education, do you know that there are only 2 private universities in the northwestern zone? A number key players noted is inadequate to cater for the daily increasing number of students seeking admission into tertiary institutions in the area. However, this narrative is about to change as a proposed private university is set to take off in Jigawa State. Given the importance of the project to the zone, sons and daughters of the state, led by traditional rulers, converged on the premises of the Nigerian Universities Commission for the collection of registration form for the proposed school.
We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this university a very big and shining example of commitment of some good northerners to changing our attitude of talking, grumbling, accusing our leaders, abusing everybody right, left and center.
Jigawa State education indices are the lowest, one of the lowest, or maybe the lowest in the country. And it's not only the absence of private universities, we also have no private education presence at any level commensurate with our population and our needs and aspirations. So starting a university at this very moment is indeed a great, great initiative that must be supported.
For the first 5 years of academic activities, the university is expected to run a conventional system with focus on agriculture and information and communication technology. Away from education now, the Nigeria Police Force has refuted claims that the death of Michael Adiku, a dismissed policeman, an ex-convict, and a sectional gang leader who confessed to have killed 22 persons, including a pregnant woman and 9 police personnel during a bank robbery, vindicates the Senate President, Senator Bukola Saraki. A statement signed by the Force Public Relations Officer, Acting DCP Jimo Moshood, said all 5 suspects that indicted and implicated Senator Bukola Saraki are alive and now in court, noting that evidence from 5 suspects are enough to prosecute the Senate President. The Nigeria Police Force stated that Michael Adiku was not murdered. You're watching Panorama live on the network service of the NTA. We shall take a break here. The news continues shortly.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
Together, no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
Good to have you back. The Nigeria Election Debate Group says it is working on a bill to establish National Commission on Presidential Debate that will compel all presidential and vice presidential candidates to tell Nigerians their intentions if elected. Chairman of the group, John Momo, said this at a meeting with key players ahead of the 2019 elections. Adebola Brooksley Sunday reports.
Over the years, the Nigeria Election Debate Group, NEDG, has been organizing debates for political parties' candidates where they will sell their manifestos. Ahead of 2019 general elections scheduled for February, media chief executives, executive members of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, and members of broadcasting organizations of Nigeria, BON, are here strategizing on how to organize the 2018-2019 edition of the debates.
So our nation is strongest when our elected leaders are transparent, accessible, and accountable to its citizens, explaining their decisions and answering tough questions. That standard of openness must start long before election day.
On the legislation of the debates, John Momo said the passage into law of the bill will help them enforce mandates.
At the last debate in the UK, Theresa May did not attend. That cost her majority in Parliament. It's their prerogative, but if you look at the fact that so many countries are now trying to move, like in the UK, that it should be enshrined in the Constitution, they should pass a bill and a law to say that this is a precondition for candidates who are seeking office.
14th December 2018 has been scheduled for the vice presidential debate at NAV Conference Center, while the presidential debate will hold on 19th January 2019 at Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. Adebola, Brooksland Sunday, NTA News.
And still on the 2019 elections, as part of its public service role of entrenching democratic values for national development, the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, has held a meeting with political parties for a better understanding of responsibilities and participation in the 2019 elections. Usman Aliyu has the details.
It's obvious that previous elections in Nigeria have not been as it is now. More political parties, more population, and advancement in technology. So are the challenges in the electioneering processes for all stakeholders. Living up to its expectations on national development through integration and fair play, the NTA is bringing together political parties for better understanding of responsibilities expected of them, including opportunities to effectively participate in the processes through broadcast service of the organization.
A government organ like ours is expected to be fair, and that is what we stand to see that happens in these coming elections.
The deliberations, questions and observations featured at this meeting, but the central message is exhibiting high sense of decorum in political activities.
Objective broadcasting. We are already prepared, but we want the political parties to conduct themselves. You heard what Mr. President said. We cannot afford to set the nation ablaze.
The political parties here say they are optimistic of the vision by NTA on democracy and development in Nigeria.
We were also enlightened on various platforms, that are there for political parties to explore freely.
It's only NTA that gives political parties free coverage.
I am happy with this event organized by NTA.
The next general elections in Nigeria is scheduled to commence in February 2019, and stakeholders here are pledging decency in processes before, during and after it. In Abuja, Usman Aliyu, NTA News.
Moving on, the presidential candidate of the Unity Party of Nigeria, UPN, Inuwa Ahmed Salal, has set up his presidential campaign team with Professor Bankole Okuwawa as chairman. The party's deputy national chairman, Mohammed Kumo, is the vice chairman. The campaign team also consists of all 13 gubernatorial candidates of the party. Abubakar Abdullahi Sokoto is the director general of the campaign team. The council will, after its inauguration, constitute various committees that will ensure the success of the party's candidate for the 2019 general elections. What can be achieved without peace? Nothing. Religious leaders share a common voice as they consult towards a credible, free and fair 2019 general elections in Nigeria. Lydia Odijeochi was at the International Center for Interfaith, Peace and Harmony Consultation in Abuja, where religious leaders across the country were in attendance.
Campaigns towards the 2019 general elections have begun. The countdown is on. The game of politics is being played in earnest as political parties put up their best manifestos to garner the interest of the electorate to their advantage. This has also drawn concerns from some Nigerians, especially religious leaders, who are particular about achieving a successful credible and fair elections in an atmosphere of peace.
On behalf of His Eminence, pray Almighty Allah continue to guide us and give us the strength and wisdom to discuss very, very crucial and important issues that will bring about peace and coexistence among the very, very important two religions in this country.
A call like this to an interfaith discussion with reference to the forthcoming 2019 elections is no small call. It's a call that is given because there is great recognition of the place of religious leaders in the furtherance of peace in this country.
With foreign support, the International Center for Interfaith, Peace and Harmony, ICIPH, with the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, and Primate African Church, Emmanuel Josiah Odofia, as co-chairman, is 1 year in existence.
We should be able to inculcate this virtue, both Christian virtue and the Islamic virtue, on our children, to be able to stand for what is right.
Its activities are focused on inter-religious enlightenment and understanding, especially now as the 2019 general elections draw near. In Abuja, Lydia Ojije-Ochi, NTA News.
Many thanks, Lydia. And still talking politics, South Students Assembly has declared support for President Muhammadu Buhari's ongoing anti-corruption campaign and his re-election to office in 2019 general election. The students made their position known when they visited the Buhari Support Organization office in Abuja.
We are very much appreciative to His Excellency Mr. President for his commitment towards revamping the education sector of Nigeria. And to be able to continue in such development, the South Student Assembly, under my able leadership by God's grace, was here to meet with the Buhari Support Organization and to make the students' interests known.
The President is very much interested in education, and I have explained all the directives he has given in the education sector, that just recently he ordered the removal of money from the source for the UBEC, the Universal Basic Education Commission, which has been transferred to the Commission by way of making sure that all states have paid their counterpart funding so that they will have available money for project in the education.
The South Students Assembly say they will ensure President Buhari wins convincingly in the South by taking the anti-corruption crusade to all campuses in the region. Now talking sports, fans urge Super Falcons to remain focused at Ghana 2018 as kickoff of new season of Nigeria Professional Football League is postponed. Tamara Ibiwe has details.